Hello students, this is Neha Mathur and today again this is the next lecture on network theory and today I am going to discuss about network elements. So before starting the topic, consider to subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get updated for the upcoming videos. This is the second lecture on network theory and network theory is important subject for engineering students. I am again repeating for semester exam perspective as well as for competitive examination perspective for both electronics and communication engineering students and for electrical students also. So the next sequence by following the sequence of this syllabus, the next topic is network element. As we are already discussed in the last video about the basic terminologies related to network theory. So today we are going to discuss about network elements. See, elements means components, or you can say the electronic components which you are going to use to make your network. So all the electronic networks, all the components are specifically categorized into several categories. So we are going to discuss about that proper classification of the network elements. Basically, network elements are categorized into three categories. The first category is active and passive elements. That means active elements and passive elements. The second category is linear and non-linear elements. That means linear elements and non-linear elements. And the third category is bilateral and unilateral elements. So you can say that we have several electronic components, electronic elements. That component or element may be active, may be passive, linear element may be non-linear, unilateral or bilateral. So this is a proper classification. This classification will give you a brief description, a brief discussion about the classification of the components of the electronic networks. So start with the first classification. See, the first classification is active and passive elements. There are several elements or components in electronics which is classified on the basis of active and passive. Now the thing is, what is active or what is the meaning of active and passive? See, active elements are those elements which are able to deliver the power to remaining electric components present in the electric network. Or I can say that all the components which can deliver the power comes under the category of active components. And the speciality of the active components are they are able to absorb the power also. So all those components which are able to deliver as well as to absorb the power from the circuit comes under the category of active elements, while the passive elements are those elements which are only able to absorb the power. They are not able to deliver the power. Now how you can understand this? See, active elements, voltage source and current source comes under this category, because if you have any electric circuit and you are using voltage and current source in that circuit, that means these elements are going to deliver the power to remaining electric networks. So this is about the elements, while passive elements means they are only able to absorb the power. They have to absorb the power so that they can stay in the circuit, they can flow the current from their own. And the example for the passive element is resistors, capacitors, inductors. If they are present in the circuit and a specific current is going to flow across them, that means they need to deliver a power. They need to give some power so that they can exist over there. that, so we'll have to use active component in the circuit. That means the classification or the category is simple, active and passive. Those are able to deliver comes under the category of active, and the specialty is they are able to deliver as well as able to absorb the power, while passive elements means only able to deliver. Fine, this is about the active and passive. Now come with the next classification. The next classification, as the name implies, linear and non-linear elements. This is the simple concept. Linear elements are those elements which shows linear relationship between voltage and current. If you have a proper linear relationship between your voltage source and the current source, that means those elements which shows such kind of relationship comes under the category of linear elements, while those elements who are not able to represent a linear relationship between voltage and current comes under the category of non-linear elements. Just like you can consider your resistor. See, resistor follows Ohm's law. That means a proper linear graph. If you are taking voltage over this axis and current over here, then V is directly proportional to I, or you can say V is equals to Ri. That means if you are going to draw a graph between voltage and current, it will be a linear. So such type of components like resistors, capacitor, inductors, all those components, inductor is represented by capital L, not capital L, not I. Sorry for this. So all those components which are going to represent a linear relationship between input and output comes under the category of linear, while non-linear elements means a non-linear relationship between voltage and current. Now after studying about these two categories, you can say that your resistor is a linear element as well as passive element. Linear because it is going to show a linear relationship between voltage and current, and it is not able to deliver the power. It needs a power. That means resistor can be considered as linear and passive element of network. Now come with the third category, that means bilateral and unilateral elements. There are several components in electronics or in network theory which shows bilateral property. Bilateral means all those elements which are able to show or which are able to flow current in both the direction. If the conduction of the current is possible from left to right as well as from right to left, those comes under the category of bilateral, like resistor. If you have resistor, current can flow from left to right or from right to left. So such type of element comes under the category of bilateral. Bi means from both the side, while unilateral element means the conduction of the current is possible from one direction to the second direction. Those elements come under the category of unilateral element. Now you can say any network element can be active, linear or non-linear, and bilateral or unilateral. Suppose I am just taking example of resistor. Resistor is, if you are just want to define the resistor, define the nature of the resistor, that means your resistor is a passive element because it needs power. Come with this, it is a linear element because shows the relation between linear relation between voltage and current, and your resistor is bilateral element because the current can flow from left to right or from right to left. This is about the proper classification. Now come with the second example. I am just taking voltage source. Voltage source means a battery. It may be a AC or DC. So your voltage source is a active element because it is going to deliver the power to the remaining network elements. Now come with the second property, linear or non-linear. So it may be linear or non-linear, depends on the supportive current which is flowing from the circuit, and it is a bilateral or unilateral. Definitely the voltage source is unilateral because current always starts to flow from higher potential to lower potential terminal. This is about the proper classification. So the student must be able to differentiate Student must be able to define a specific electronic component, a specific electronic element in terms of these classification, because any network element may be any two of these or any these three elements. So this is about the proper classification. Fine. Students, till now we have discussed about the basic terminologies. Basic terminologies in my last video, in my previous video, and today I told you about the basic elements. Now from the next videos we are going to start the methods or the theorems which is used to solve any electric circuit. Fine. Hope you are getting my point. If you are following, consider to subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get updated for the upcoming videos. The upcoming videos are going to be more interesting, more important, because we are going to discuss about the methods or techniques which is used to solve electric circuit or electric network. Fine. Thank you.